Here's a detailed career progression of Colonel General Alexander Pavlovich Lapin. Early life and education. Born January 1st, 1964, in Kazan, Russian SFSR. USSR, joined military service. 1982, Soviet Army. Education. 1988, graduated from Kazan Higher Tank Command School. 1997, graduated from the Malinovsky Military Armored Forces Academy. 9. Graduated from the Military Academy of the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Russia. Military career path 1980s-1990s, started as a tank platoon commander. Rose through junior and senior officer positions within armored and motor rifle units. 2000s held various senior operational roles in Russian armored units. Progressed to brigade and division commander roles. Key leadership appointments, 2012-2014 Chief of Staff. First Deputy Commander, 20th Guards. Combined Arms Army, Western Military District, 2014-2017 Chief of Staff. First Deputy Commander, Eastern Military District, 2017-2022 Commander, Central Military District, CMD. Oversaw major exercises and troop deployments, directed operations during Russian involvement in Syria. Promoted to Colonel General in 2019. 2022, appointed commander of the Center Army Group during the full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Played a leading role in the Battle of Severodonetsk-Lysychansk, June-July. Awarded Hero of the Russian Federation, July 2022. Controversies in Ukraine, October 2022. Heavily criticized for failures during the Lyman retreat. Publicly condemned by Ramzan Kadyrov and Yevgeny Prigozhin. Reportedly removed from command shortly afterward. Recent roles. January 2023, appointed Chief of Staff of the Russian Ground Forces. May 16, 2024, appointed Commander of the re-established Leningrad Military District, a key Western defense post. Awards Hero of the Russian Federation, 2022, numerous medals for service and battlefield leadership. Here is an overview of General Alexander Lapin's senior command roles in Russia, including key dates, responsibilities, and context. Senior command in Russia. 1. Central Military District Commander tenure, November 2017, October 2022 role, commander of one of Russia's 4 military districts, covering central Russia including Siberia and parts of the Urals. Key responsibilities: oversaw training, logistics, and readiness of all military forces in the district. Played a major role in coordinating military drills like Center 2019, a major strategic exercise with international participation, China, India. Directed troop deployments to Syria from this district. Notable events. Frequently seen accompanying Defense Minister Shoigu during inspections, recognized for organizational competence, resulting in promotion to Colonel General in 2019. 2. Commander of Center. Grouping in Ukraine tenure. Summer 2022 role. Tactical commander of the Center Army Group, one of the Russian formations involved in the invasion of Ukraine. Key operations. Led Russian forces during the capture of Severodonetsk and Lysychansk, June-July 2022. Critical towns in the Luhansk region. Awards. Awarded the title Hero of the Russian Federation, July 2022, by President Vladimir Putin for battlefield achievements. Criticism. Following Russia's retreat from Lyman, Donetsk Oblast, in late September 2022, Lapin was heavily criticized by Ramzan Kadyrov, Chechen leader, who called him incompetent, Yevgeny Prigozhin, Wagner PMC, who echoed calls for his removal. Outcome: reportedly removed from command in October 2022, likely due to political pressure after operational setbacks. 3. Chief of Staff of the Russian Ground Forces tenure, January 2023, May 2024 position, second in command of Russia's land forces under the Commander-in-Chief of the Ground Forces. Duties: oversaw strategic coordination, doctrine implementation, and operational planning, rehabilitated politically after fall from favor in late 2022. Significance: demonstrated that, despite battlefield criticism, Lapin retained the Kremlin's trust and backing from key military leadership. 4. Commander of the Leningrad Military District. Appointed May 16, 2024. Context: part of Russia's military reorganization in response to NATO expansion and tensions in the Baltic. The Leningrad Military District was re-established to strengthen defenses near Finland, Estonia, Latvia, and NATO borders. Strategic importance: responsible for defending northwest Russia, including St. Petersburg, and border regions with Finland. Coordinates with Northern Fleet, air defense units, and border troops. Controversy: disbanded a joint border defense council in Kursk Oblast prior to a Ukrainian border incursion, drawing strong criticism. Summary: despite intense scrutiny and public criticism during the Ukraine war, Lapin has consistently been entrusted with senior military leadership roles, commanded a massive territorial district, directed key operations in Ukraine, promoted to strategic headquarters roles, currently oversees a high-priority frontier military district. Would you like a map of Russia's military districts showing Lapin's command areas or more detail on the Leningrad Military District's strategic role, awards and honors? Hero of the Russian Federation. Date: July 4, 2022. Reason: for leadership of the Russian Center Army Group during the capture of Lysychansk, Luhansk region in summer 2022, during the war in Ukraine. Significance: this is Russia's highest honorary title, personally approved by President Vladimir Putin. Controversy: the award sparked backlash from some pro-war critics, Kadyrov, Prigozhin, who claimed Lapin's performance on the battlefield did not merit such honors. Other military decorations: Order of Courage, Order of Military Merit, Order of Zhukov, Medal of Suvorov, multiple service medals from the Russian Ministry of Defense. These decorations reflect a long career in command positions across both peacetime and combat operations, including Syria and Ukraine. Family: son, Denis Lapin. Rank: Lieutenant Colonel in the Russian Ground Forces Unit. Reportedly served in the 1st Guards Tank Army Public Incident. March 2022. Alexander Lapin was shown on Russian state TV awarding his son the Order of Zhukov on the front lines of Ukraine. This drew significant media attention and criticism for perceived nepotism and PR theater amid Russian losses. Death: unconfirmed, but widely reported. In 2024, multiple independent Russian and Ukrainian sources reported that Lieutenant Denis Lapin was killed in action. Russian state outlets have not officially confirmed his death, though some pro-Kremlin military bloggers acknowledged it. His death, if confirmed, would mark a deeply personal loss for General Lapin during ongoing military campaigns. Summary: Alexander Lapin is a highly decorated general with a career spanning 4 decades. He received Russia's highest honor for leadership in Ukraine, though the legitimacy of that award has been publicly challenged. His only known son, Denis Lapin, was also a career officer, reportedly killed in action in 2024, making his military service a personal as well as professional journey. Would you like sources for the reports on his son's death, or analysis of how Lapin's awards have impacted his reputation in Russia? Here's a detailed breakdown of the controversies and criticism surrounding Colonel General Alexander Lapin, who has been both honored by the Kremlin and sharply criticized from within Russia's own pro-war establishment. Controversies and criticism. 1. Retreat from Lyman. September-October 2022. Event. Russian forces under Lapin's coordination lost the strategic town of Lyman in Donetsk Oblast to a Ukrainian counteroffensive. Criticism. Ramzan Kadyrov, Chechen leader, called Lapin incompetent, saying he was promoted undeservedly and was absent from the front. Kadyrov publicly suggested Lapin be stripped of his rank and medals. Yevgeny Prigozhin, Wagner PMC head, echoed the criticism, calling Lapin's leadership ineffective. Impact. This public rift exposed deep fractures inside Russia's military-political elite. Allegations of abusing mobilized soldiers incident during the battles near Svatovo, Luhansk region in late 2022. Lapin was accused of personally threatening mobilized troops with a pistol after they retreated under fire. He allegedly branded them as cowards and forced them to crawl under fire to the front lines. Sources. Independent Russian outlets and anonymous soldiers cited these incidents, though not officially confirmed by the Kremlin. Possible war crimes. 2022. Reports by NPR and international media claim that Russian troops under Lapin's command may have participated in killings of civilians and looting in towns like Novobasan and Bobrovitsia, Chernihiv region. Execution-style killings, torture, and abuse were reported after Russian withdrawal. Note: Lapin himself was not directly implicated, but as a regional commander, he bears potential command responsibility. Dissolution of Kursk Defense Council, 2024. Context: as commander of the Leningrad military district, Lapin reportedly disbanded a multi-agency defense coordination council in Kursk Oblast. Criticism. Local and national voices claim this weakened regional defense. Ukrainian forces breached the border later that spring, raising suspicions of operational negligence. Public reaction. Russian nationalist bloggers and some Duma members condemned the move as strategically reckless, awarding his son in combat zone, March 2022. Lapin awarded the Order of Zhukov to his son, Lether's Kolekh Denis Lapin, on the front lines of Ukraine. Perception. Critics viewed this as propaganda-driven favoritism and an attempt to bolster Lapin's image, sparked a backlash for glorifying a commander's family rather than frontline troops more broadly. Public opinion and online discourse. Harsh criticism from Russian nationalist circles following the Lyman retreat, OCT 2022, and broader failures. In the Kharkiv region, Lapin became a lightning rod for criticism from Russia's ultra-nationalist and pro-war factions. Common accusations: detached from the front lines,